Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Slow English Listening. Many learners say English is too fast. They hear words, but they do not understand. I know this feeling. You are not alone. Today's video is Slow English Listening. Frida Kahlo. Art, pain, and strength. This story is not only about English, it is about courage and creation. You will hear how a woman turned her pain into powerful art and how her spirit became stronger than her body. Every slow English story is written for beginners. Short sentences, clear words, step by step. By the end, you will understand more English and feel more confident. So, subscribe, ring the bell, and come back every day. Now, let's begin the inspiring story of Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo was born in Mexico in 1907. Her full name was Magdalena Carmen Frida Kahlo. She lived in a beautiful blue house in Coyoacan. Frida's father was a photographer. He took pictures of buildings and landscapes. Her mother was from Mexico. Her father was from Germany. When Frida was 6 years old, she became sick. She had polio. This disease made her right leg weak and thin. She could not run like other children. Frida felt different from other kids. They played soccer and ran in the park. Frida watched from her window, but she did not feel sad for long. "Frida, why do you draw?" her father asked. "Because I see many colors," Frida answered. Frida loved to draw. She drew flowers, birds, and trees. She saw colors everywhere. Red flowers in the garden, blue sky above the house, green leaves on the trees. Her father gave her colored pencils. Frida drew pictures of her family. She drew pictures of Mexico. The colors were bright and beautiful. At school, Frida was a good student. She read many books. She learned about Mexican history. She learned about art from around the world. Frida wanted to become a doctor. She wanted to help people. She studied biology and anatomy. She was interested in the human body. But Frida also loved art. She spent hours drawing. She copied paintings from books. She created her own style. Other students noticed Frida. She was intelligent and creative. She asked difficult questions. She had strong opinions. "I want to change the world," Frida told her friends. "How will you do that?" they asked. "I don't know yet, but I will find a way," she said. Frida was only 18 years old. She had big dreams. She wanted to study medicine. She wanted to make art. She wanted to help Mexico. Life seemed full of possibilities. Frida was ready for anything. But sometimes life changes in one moment. On September 17th, 1925, Frida's life changed forever. She was 18 years old. She was traveling home from school by bus. The bus was crowded with people. Students, workers, and families were going home. It was a normal afternoon in Mexico City. Suddenly, the bus crashed into a streetcar. The impact was terrible. Metal and glass flew everywhere. People screamed. Frida was badly hurt. A metal handrail went through Frida's body. Her spine was broken in 3 places. Her pelvis was fractured. Her right leg was broken. She had many other injuries. Frida was taken to the hospital immediately. The doctors were worried. They did not know if she would live. "Will she be okay?" Frida's mother asked. "We don't know," the doctor said. "She is very hurt." Frida stayed in the hospital for 1 month. She could not move. She felt terrible pain every day. Her body was broken, but her mind was clear. When Frida came home, she had to stay in bed. She could not walk. She could not sit up. She was alone most of the time. The pain was constant. It never stopped. Frida cried sometimes. She felt angry. She felt scared. "Why did this happen to me?" she asked herself. Frida's mother wanted to help. She put a mirror above Frida's bed. Now Frida could see herself. She could see her face and expressions. Frida's father brought her painting supplies, brushes, paints, and small canvases. Maybe art could help her feel better. At first, Frida did not want to paint. She was too sad. But slowly she began to try. She painted her first self-portrait in 1926. She looked at herself in the mirror. She painted what she saw. The pain, the sadness, but also strength. She hurts. She waits. She paints. Day after day, Frida painted. She painted her face many times. Each painting showed her feelings. Some days she felt hopeful. Other days she felt desperate. "Painting is my way to fight," Frida said. The accident changed Frida's body forever, but it also gave birth to her art. Pain became her teacher. Suffering became her strength. After many months in bed, Frida slowly began to walk again. She used special shoes and sometimes crutches, but she never gave up. Frida decided to focus on her art. She could not become a doctor now, but she could paint. She could create something beautiful from her pain. Frida painted self-portraits. She painted her dreams. She painted her fears. She used bright colors like red, blue, yellow, and green. Her paintings were different from other artists. They showed raw emotion. They mixed reality with imagination. They told stories about Mexico and about being a woman. In her paintings, Frida wore traditional Mexican clothes. She painted cactuses, monkeys, and parrots. She used symbols from Aztec culture. She was proud to be Mexican. "Why do you paint yourself so much?" people asked. "Because I know myself best," Frida answered. In 1928, Frida met Diego Rivera. Diego was a famous Mexican painter. He painted large murals on walls. He was much older than Frida. Diego saw Frida's paintings. He was impressed. "You have real talent," he told her. Frida and Diego fell in love. They got married in 1929. People called them the elephant and the dove. Diego was big and heavy. Frida was small and delicate. But their marriage was not easy. Both were strong personalities. Both were artists. Sometimes they fought. Sometimes they separated. Even when life was difficult, Frida continued painting. She had many operations on her spine and leg. She spent months in hospitals, but she always came back to her art. Frida painted The Two Fridas in 1939. This painting showed two versions of herself. One wore a white dress, the other wore a traditional Mexican dress. Both had broken hearts. Her paintings became more famous. People in Mexico loved them. Art collectors from other countries wanted to buy them. In 1938, Frida had her first solo exhibition in New York. Critics praised her work. They called her paintings powerful and original. "I paint my own reality," Frida said. "I paint what I feel, not what they see." Frida painted about 200 works during her life. Most were self-portraits, but she also painted still lifes, landscapes, and portraits of friends. Her art was personal, but it spoke to everyone. People saw their own pain in her paintings. They saw their own strength too. Frida became more than an artist. She became a symbol. She represented strength, independence, and Mexican identity. She wore flower crowns in her hair. She had thick eyebrows. She did not try to look like other women. She created her own style. "I am not a surrealist," Frida said. "I paint my reality." Her reality included physical pain, emotional struggles, love, loss, and hope. But through it all, she kept creating.
As Frida got older, her health became worse. She had more operations. The pain increased. But she never stopped painting. Frida painted until the very end of her life. Her last painting was called Viva la Vida, Live Life. She painted it just days before she died. On July 13th, 1954, Frida Kahlo died. She was only 47 years old. Her body finally gave up, but her spirit lives on. After Frida died, something amazing happened. Her art became more popular than ever before. Museums around the world wanted her paintings. People realized that Frida was not just a good painter. She was a great artist. Her work was unique and powerful. In 1958, Frida's blue house became a museum. Today, millions of people visit the Frida Kahlo Museum in Mexico City. They see where she lived, painted, and dreamed. Visitors walk through her bedroom. They see the mirror above her bed. They see her easel and paintbrushes. They feel her presence. This house tells Frida's story. The museum guide says,
Every room shows her strength. Today, Frida Kahlo is known all over the world. Her paintings sell for millions of dollars. Her face is on t-shirts, bags, and posters. But money is not the most important thing. Frida's real legacy is inspiration. Women around the world look at Frida and feel stronger. They see that it is okay to be different. They learn that pain can become power. Artists study Frida's techniques. They learn about color, composition, and emotion. They see how personal stories can become universal art. Young people especially love Frida. They connect with her honesty. They admire her courage. They want to be authentic like her. Be yourself, Frida teaches us. Don't try to be someone else. Frida showed that disability does not stop creativity. She painted some of her best works while lying in bed. She created beauty despite suffering. She also showed the importance of cultural identity. Frida was proud to be Mexican. She wore traditional clothes. She painted Mexican symbols. She celebrated her heritage. Books about Frida's life became bestsellers. Movies told her story. Artists created works inspired by her. In 2002, the movie Frida won Academy Awards. Millions of people learned about her life. Her story touched hearts around the world. Frida's influence goes beyond art. She became a feminist icon. She fought for women's rights. She lived life on her own terms. I hope the exit is joyful, Frida wrote in her diary, and I hope never to return. But in a way, Frida never left. Her spirit lives in every person who chooses to be strong. Her courage lives in everyone who turns pain into something beautiful. Frida Kahlo shows us that even in pain, we can create beauty. Even when life is hard, we can be strong. Even when our bodies are broken, our spirits can soar. Her message is simple but powerful. Never give up. Be yourself. Create something meaningful. Live with passion. This is the gift Frida gives to the world. Not just beautiful paintings, but a beautiful example of how to live.
This is the story of Frida Kahlo, a woman who transformed pain into art and weakness into strength. Frida's life shows us that we can overcome any obstacle. We can turn our struggles into our greatest achievements. We can inspire others through our courage. The more you listen to English, the more you understand. And the more you hear real, inspiring stories, the stronger you feel. Come back every day for another slow English story. Each story will help you improve your English and inspire your heart. Subscribe, ring the bell, like this video, and share with friends who are learning English. Together we can find strength in our stories, just like Frida Kahlo. Thank you for listening. See you in the next story.